Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday's Assembly. This term of focus value is reflection. So this week, I would like us to continue to think about how we behave, our conduct, and how we think about our work and our learning. But before we start our assembly, let's have a bit of fun and listen to or sing along to one of the Greatest Showman songs. I love the Greatest Showman, and this song is all about you, about this is me. So have a good sing song, click on the link, and I'll see you afterwards. I hope you enjoyed singing along to This Is Me. I bet you're going to be humming it all day long. Now let's get back to our assembly. Our assembly is what I call a values assembly. So what is a value? Well, I believe a value is a principle that guides our thinking and our behaviour. This term, our value, is reflection. But what is reflection? Let's think about it. Are you thinking? Well, I think reflection is when you think about others, when you think before you act or hurt someone, when you think about your learning, and when you think before you speak or show empathy. Empathy is when you can imagine what someone else is feeling. So do you think before you speak and show empathy? There are lots of different ways that you can think and act. You can think about your work. Do you think and listen to instructions and aim to do your best, not your second best? Do you think of ways to improve your work? Do you think of the 5 Bs or use the displays around your classroom to improve your work? This is you being in charge of your own self-improvement. When you've finished your work, do you look at the work and check it? Is it your best effort? And once you've finished, do you challenge yourself and think of what you can do next once you have finished? Or are you being passive and waiting for the teacher to tell you what to do next? So think about your work. So the previous slide was thinking about your learning. This slide is about how you think about your interaction with other people. Are you always a positive person with others? Do you think about how you help your family? Do you think about how you can help your friends? Do you think about how you can help your school? Do you think about how you can help your community? And do you think about how you can help the whole world? There are so many different ways you can think about your interactions with others. So when you're thinking about others, you need to have really good empathy. You need to imagine you were the other person. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. How do they feel? What would make them feel better? Don't say negative comments. If you haven't got a positive comment to come out of your mouth, keep it inside. Your words should make another person feel good. So once you've developed your empathy, you will be aware that we all are different. We're all special. We're all unique. Some of us live differently. We have different backgrounds, different cultures, different religions, and you shouldn't be talking about anyone in a negative way. We should celebrate all of our differences. We are all so unique, so special. Really think about what you say about someone's religion or someone's culture or about their appearance or about the way they are living. Have empathy. Imagine you were that person. If you have empathy and you speak kind words, you will be showing respect. So we talked about how to have empathy. If you are showing really great empathy, you will think before you speak. I call that smart thinking. And remember, if negative words come out of your mouth, it's hard to fix them. You might hurt someone. Words are like negative hits on someone's inside. You can't see the damage, but you've hurt them inside. So only speak kind words. Stop, think before you speak. Words are so powerful. Use them in a positive way. Now, all those slides we just looked at are a recap of last week's assembly when we're talking about empathy. This week, I would like to introduce a new word beginning with E. The word this week is equality. And when we think about equality, we think about Black Lives Matter. You might have noticed in the news there have been some really important protests happening all over the world. These protests started in America when a black man called George Floyd was killed. The people protesting want justice and they want everyone to realise that Black Lives Matter. Now, although this might seem obvious to you and me, it's a message that not everyone is understanding or believing in. So although we believe in Black Lives Matters, it is not enough to say, well, I believe it. You need to do something. You need to help others to understand that everyone is equal, that Black Lives Matter. Now, I know that some year groups, I think it's year 4 and 5, are doing some writing about Black Lives Matter. But I want everyone to have a think about it this week. And below in this slide are some links that you might want to share with your parents or your teachers. And think about the message. Why is it necessary that everyone think and act upon the message that Black Lives Matter? And how can you contribute to that message? I believe that no matter who you are, no matter what your religion or your race or your gender or your ability, no matter where you live, each of us has the right to live in freedom, in peace and with dignity. So this week I want you to ask yourself some of these questions. Do you treat all your classmates with equal respect? Or do you say negative comments like, you can't do that because... Here's another question. Do you include all of your classmates in all of your activities? Or do you exclude some classmates for whatever reason? You can't do that. Or you're not my friend because... These are all negative comments. Here's another question. Are you careful about what you say and do so you do not offend? Are you really careful, making really sensible decisions about what you say to other people and what you do? Do you have kind hands and kind words? And do you think about what you are saying so you are being respectful and not spreading a stereotype? A stereotype is when you say, all of these people in this group only do this or can only do that or can't do this because that's a stereotype. So if you answer no to any of those questions, that you don't include all your classmates or you're not always respecting everyone and treating them equal, then you need to start thinking about your words and your actions. Another word for reflecting is being considerate. You have considered, thought about something, and if you realise that you have not always used kind hands or used kind words, and that you have been negative and upset a person and hurt their feelings, you need to apologise. Very important to apologise. When we make a mistake, we apologize. It shows that person that you care about their feelings. When you apologize and you've thought about the mistakes you've made, you show that person that you value them, you love them, and you respect them. You shouldn't be apologizing because there's some kind of reward or you want some kind of recognition for apologizing, but it's because in your heart you know you've done something wrong. You thought about it and you realize you've done something wrong to hurt someone either physically or inside, and you apologize. That's the right thing to do. So to sum up, when we reflect, we are thinking about how to make the world a better place, how to make our friends happy, how to do the right thing. I always say, and I say again today, think before you speak and before you act. Think and say kind words and use kind hands. Now, normally, if we were in school, I would be asking you to close your eyes and we would have a reflection. Now you can use my reflection or you can create your own. Just pause the slideshow. But if you want to use mine, here we go. Here's our reflection. Here in our school, let us be peaceful at all times. Let our rooms be full of happiness and respect for each other. Let love be in our hearts with kindness and compassion for all. Let us remember, in learning together, we grow together and succeed together. We're now at the end of our assembly. Remember the messages of our assemblies over the last 2 weeks. I want you to have empathy, to think about how you are treating others with your words and with your hands. And I want you to treat every person around you with special care, but making sure that you are treating them equally. Before I go, I would like us to celebrate the many musical talents from around the world. There's this wonderful organisation called Playing for Change, and they are a movement created to inspire and connect the world through music. They speak out against inequality and for social justice. So if you click on this link, you'll listen to a song that's called A Better Place. Enjoy. Next week, we will be thinking about the meaning of the word diversity. Each day I will be uploading a different storybook that is from a different author from around the world. Enjoy. Have a great week and really do your best, not your second best. Bye.